Well, hello there. It's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I'm here today for something I'm honestly really excited about. I mean, I love opening all kinds of cards, but this is something that when I saw that this was getting released, a couple years ago is when this got announced, I was freaking out already. I've been waiting like every day, like a kid for Christmas, for this to show up. This is Marvel Allegiance, the Infinity Trilogy. So this is an Upper Deck officially licensed product. It was designed a couple years ago, but only just got released. I think like a month ago now. I got it. I had it pre-ordered and everything, so it arrived from pre-order for me. I have a few boxes of it. We're going to open one entire box today. A box has 16 packs, 6 cards each. There should be lots of hits in here. There should be like one premium hit in every single pack, which, degrades the quality of the premium, but there are a lot of different premium hits. So that's kind of why that happens. There's tons of different things. Now, the big chases in here, of course, autographs, uh, Kirby autographs, stuff like that would be the big hits. Comic book cuts, so cut pieces of comic book relics are also big hits in here. And all kinds of things like that are part of the set. And now this is commemorating the greatest epic storyline that I think Marvel has ever done. You could argue that there's a few big storylines that they've done, but the Infinity Trilogy was like the big one. It encompassed 3 main trilogies: Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, and Infinity Crusade. And Infinity Gauntlet, you probably are kind of familiar with if you've watched the show, the movies. The Marvel movies kind of retold the Infinity Gauntlet part of the trilogy, although they twisted it and made it much longer than it was in the comics. It was already really long in the comics, and they made it really different, like really different. Thanos is almost a completely different character in the comics than he is uh, in the in the movies, right? In the movies, he's sort of this stereotypical kind of bad guy, without a big, like, a lot of philosophy, right? He's just kind of a bad guy, right? Whereas in the comics, he represents the philosophy of uh, it's dropping. Why is it blanket? Nihilism. Sorry, of course, nihilism, obviously, right? But yeah, he encompasses the philosophy of nihilism. That's what his character is. He is nihilism, the character, right? And so the things that he does are nihilistic kinds of things to do, and it makes his character so much more interesting if you kind of understand that aspect of it as well. His love affair with death, his killing half the universe, the different ways that he goes about approaching the tasks that he's offered, even the way he tortures people, because he actually like does some really heinous, horrible torturing in the comic. That I hope there's cards for, because the art on it is kind of cool. But he makes Nebula into this like zombie that's right at the edge of dying, and then he keeps her there with his gauntlet magic, right? He can make her be right at the edge of dying forever, and she just kind of has to live that way. It's horrifying. But anyway, let's get into the cards before I, because we need to talk a lot while we're opening them too. Uh, and there will be a lot in here because there are 16 packs, 6 cards each. But I guess that's less than like a 10 yuan IO box. Still a pretty box there. And looks like it is taped. So there's a little bit of a tape, or I guess, well, not much of a sticker there on the front. We'll take that off, and then here's our pack. Oh, nice thick packs, actually. I wonder if the cards are thicker than I expected. The box itself is a very flimsy box. I mean, it makes the 1 and 2 retail boxes look flimsy, and that's saying something. But yeah, here we go. This is Upper Deck Marvel Allegiance, and telling the story of the Infinity Trilogy. This is one of the comic stories where I don't own the omnibus yet, and I really want to. I only own the digital versions of this comic series. I would love to have the omnibus sort of full retelling of it, but I just haven't been able to pick it up yet. That's fantastic. I mean, this is a base card, and it is amazing. I mean, it feels great. The art is exactly like that is precisely the art from the comic. Exactly what you're looking for, I'd say. And yeah, I mean, these are all these images are great. You could pick any image from any of the comics, and it would be great. The coolest part, I think, about the Infinity War trilogies is that it sort of allowed every single character in the Marvel universe, including the X-Men and just everybody, to get involved together in this big epic arc, right? In the movies, they couldn't do the X-Men because they were, licensing problems with Sony and stuff. But in the comics, it was everything. It was like everything was there. And if you even if you have read sort of the actual trilogy comic, which is a comic of its own, right? Like that's like an 80-page comic. The Infinity Gauntlet, for example, is one of those. Even if you've read that, there are throughout that comic, like on every single panel, there are these little stars that say, for more information about this, check out this issue, this page, right? And there's a reading guide that people have put together that collect all those little footnotes and help you to read it all in the right order so that you can sort of get the full story of all the side characters and everything. And it is epic. Like, I don't even know. I mean, the reading guide alone is, thousands of lines long. I think there's hundreds of issues you would have to read if you really wanted to see everything. I've actually done it for the first Infinity Gauntlet story, but I don't think I would try to do that for like the Infinity uh, Crusade, for example. That story just never felt as strong to me. There's a reason that they picked the Gauntlet story for the movies. That was definitely the strongest of the story. I love these cards. I just love the look on them, the art. This art style is this is the kind, like when I think of Marvel art, this is what I think of. This kind of Jack Kirby era artwork is it's just this is what I'm looking for. Here's an Expeditionary Force card. So this card should join with others, I think is the idea. And you can kind of watch like a multi-panel battle scene play out. You've got Galactus here. Like, come on. I mean, even Galactus is in this. Like, all of the Eternals are in it. Everybody, like, Eternity is in the comic. All of them are in there because they all sort of have to be involved in what's going on. Master. Adam Warlock plays a much bigger role than he did in any of the movies. In fact, I don't think. Oh wait, he did show up, right? He showed up in the third Guardians movie. Right, I forgot about that. But yeah, I always was like, because they teased Adam Warlock at the end of one of the Guardians. He's that golden man, but they never actually had him in until the third one. He's like the main leader of the whole Infinity Trilogy. Like he's the guy who puts the Expeditionary Force together, decides what they're all gonna do, that kind of thing. This is Mistress Love. That's from the Crusade. God, these are fantastic. I mean, I cannot recommend these enough. If you are a fan of classic Marvel comics, and especially this storyline, like this set is just phenomenal. I'm almost definitely going to be getting more of these. Like I already have 2 boxes, but I'll probably get more just because I this is the sort of thing that I'm really really into. This is some kind of parallel here, Cyclops. What are we paralleled to? Rainbow Red. Okay, but it's uh, not not any sort of numbered card or anything like that. Storm. Like I said, the entire X-Men are in there. You don't get like we still haven't gotten a Marvel cross movie that crosses them over yet. I think it's coming, or at least they say it's coming. I don't know if it actually will happen. Yeah, the Marvel movies seem to be in a little bit of a problem space right now. They've had to adjust a few things. Things have changed, I guess, in the marketplace. This is strong guy. He's I don't know, he's strong. What do you want? What do you want? He's strong. He's like really strong. Is Nova? Sorry, I'm just being silly now. These ones here that are like the comic book cutouts are just great. I haven't read the back yet. What do they say? What has the Magus done? The Magus wanted to erase Adam Warlock from existence. That's right. He kind of wanted to erase him and then created. Didn't he end up creating like the Crusade because of that? I think because he made like a good version of Adam Warlock. So that's a rainbow. Okay, so that's the equivalent of like a foil. Sorry, like a chrome. There's the Vision. Like, look at that Vision artwork. It's just fantastic. When I was a kid, I draw a lot. I used to draw a lot. I don't draw that much anymore. I still do art, but I do it in different ways. I don't just draw anymore. But I used to just, take pencils and just draw a lot. And I would draw this kind of art like all the time. I got really good at drawing these like really big muscular dudes. Like that kind of like over the top, like really over the top style. Batman is often drawn that way. He was the one I would draw them the most often. Colossus here. Thanos, the star of the show himself there. The Disappeared. This is Guardian. She was one of the ones who got disappeared. She's from Alpha Flight, which is the Canadian superhero team. You'll hear Deadpool make fun of Alpha Flight in the movies a lot, and a lot of people are like, "What's Alpha Flight?" It doesn't make any sense. Well, like one time, his taxi cab had like Alpha Flight on it. It's just like little cameos like that. But yeah, it's the Canadian group, and Ryan Reynolds is a Canadian actor, and so us Canadians, we don't get a lot, right? Like almost all the superhero groups are not Canadian, right? So there's one that is Canadian, so we all know it and we all love it. And so Alpha Flight is like a national treasure to Canada. Right? Whereas if you're not Canadian, you probably have never heard of Alpha Flight. Don't care at all about Alpha Flight. Nobody knows anything about them. But if you're Canadian, you know Alpha Flight. There's Moondragon. Always thought she was probably one of the best looking characters. Although she is unattainable. If you know the storyline, then you know why. Yeah, we've been going through sleeves like crazy today. Let me get another pack out. Oh. Another disappeared card here. And then these, I hadn't been pointing it out yet, but these ones are like printed on canvas. You can kind of see the texture of it there. But they're very different feel from the other cards. They're like a canvas. These are the ones that have the comic book panels. This rarity right here. That's Gamora from the comic book version of Gamora. The Invisible Woman. Fantastic Four, also major players in the Infinity Trilogy, but not in the movies at all. Looking for like different licensing problems. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, if you're still watching, which I hope you are, if you know of an omnibus version of the Infinity War trilogy, like an actual printed comic version that is really good, let me know. I've been wanting to buy one, like a hard copy one. I would love to get like a overprint, hardcover, really nice restored color, all that kind of stuff. But the ones I found are either they don't look very good, like they're just soft cover kind of cheap printing or cheap reprints, or they're like thousands of dollars, so I can't even begin to think to afford them. So yeah, if you know of a Infinity Trilogy that isn't so crazy expensive, let me know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. I guess it's a flip technically. This is some kind of big hit. It's a comic book cover, and it's 3D. Like, I love that. 3D comic book covers. That is... I love comic book covers, and I love lenticular cards. So it's like my two favorite things in a trading card. That's absolutely fantastic. I hope if that's the box hit for me, I love it. It was the exact box hit I was looking for. Now these are officially licensed Western trading cards, so they're not inexpensive the way the AliExpress cards are. These cost a little bit, but they aren't as much as you'd think. They're like $120 a box, something like that. And they probably will drop in price. Upper Deck Marvel cards tend to drop in price unless they're one of the really high-end sets. So I would expect these do drop a little bit. And once, if they drop to about $100, I'll buy some more for sure. There's a Moon Knight. That looks like some kind of short print, but it's hard to tell. Oh wow, we got a second one. Oh geez, okay. That is, yeah, these are my favorite thing in the whole world right now. That is so cool. That is epic. That one has a little bit more of a 3D effect to it, and that's, you know, obviously the Infinity War, which is this the second one. So now we have two. If we had Gauntlet, we'd have all three. That's Doctor Strange. Jack Kirby, Doctor Strange. Professor X. Again, the X-Men are in this. What? Ooh, this pack is fat. I don't know if that means anything, but it feels very thick. North Star. Oh. That's the leader of the Alpha Flight right there. Canadian hero right here. If there was ever an Alpha Flight movie, I hope Ryan Reynolds will play. But if not, there are plenty of great Canadian actors who could do it. So here's another one of those, you know, the battle group cards, but we would need. We don't have three that line up, so we can't actually use them yet. Ooh, here is Thanos meeting with death. There's the Human Torch. And the Watcher! Finally, this is the guy who's kind of telling the story, because he's out of time. This character doesn't exist on the normal timeline. So because in the Infinity Gauntlet storylines, time itself gets completely destroyed like multiple times and has to get put back together in different ways. And the Watcher is kind of the only one who has a continuation through all that, and so can tell that story. You also probably recognize the Watcher character from the What If TV show, because he's sort of the narrator for that TV show. Because again, he exists outside of time, so he can show us things that aren't actually in the universe, and we can see them. Star Fox. Aurora. There's something here, something really shiny back there. Oh, it's a puck. It's a puck. It's another. Sorry, it's another one of the Canadians. I didn't think the Canadians would feature so heavily in this set, but they do. And so that is going to be numbered, yeah, to 99. Beautiful. I'm going to get that uploaded. Yeah, so that is Puck on the to 99. Love it. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, we'll keep going here. Beast. Like I said, if you can think of a Marvel character, any Marvel character, as long as they were created before, you know, the Infinity Trilogy, if they're a newer character, they're not going to be in it because they're new. But they're probably in here somewhere. You know, if they're not in the main storyline, they're probably showed up somewhere in one of the side stories. Like I literally can't think of anyone who did not participate in this sort of epic story arc. There's Wolverine. Very classic Wolverine look too. Wonder Man. There's a lot of superheroes, in case you were wondering. That's a beautiful scene. There are so many just amazing panels. But yeah, that is one of the best panels, I think. Just awesome cosmic artwork as Thanos is kind of redesigning the universe there. And we got another of these. And so that one is kind of purple and is $2.99. This one's kind of pinkish. I wonder if pink is going to be different. That's to $1.99. So pink is to $1.99. Still go and get that sleeved up there. Uploaded, I guess. Who is that? That is Master Order. Okay, so that's Order. So that's one of the like timeless. There's an Eternity universe. That's Order. Chaos is one. And the thing is, they usually are sort of the most powerful beings in the Marvel, whatever universe, multiverse even. But Thanos, when he gets the Infinity Gauntlet, becomes more powerful than them, and so that causes a lot of troubles. Daredevil. And we got Doppelganger. So in one of the, I think it was the war one, there was like all these doppelganger created people. They're like evil versions of the different superheroes. And they had to fight, they each had to fight them, and they all kind of lost. Only a few of them won. And if they lost, then they would get taken over. Sort of like pod people, right? There's Galactus. Standing around looking like a normal person there. Ooh, we got Infinity, or Eternity, sorry, Eternity here. There's Eternity. Another just classic look, right? You really love the looks of those characters. Down to 4 packs here. I think we've done so well that I really have no complaints. This has been a fantastic opening already. And yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I just want to buy more of this. I want more. That's all. I keep saying I'll get a case of something. If this would be the kind of thing I would get a case of. I won't, just because I'm probably never going to get a case, but if I did, it would be something like this. I'd be super excited about that. Is that a printing plate? Holy crap. Okay. Hang on, let me deal with this, then we'll deal with that. It's definitely cold. Let's put that down. Here is Puck. This is the base card for Puck. So that Puck is the parallel. Black Knight here. And then this is a 1-of-1 Wolverine Allegiance, the Marvel Infinity trailer. Trilogy. Jesus, okay, so that is the Spectrographic Orange from the Wolverine card. Spectrographic Orange. Spectromatic Orange, sorry. Gosh, I'm gonna get my spectral words right. There. Sleeve, sorry, top loader out here. And then, so that's a 1-of-1. So that's going to be potentially could have quite a lot of value behind it, although it's always a bit hard to tell. One-of-ones are very hard to price, but Wolverine is a well-loved character, so if there is value in the one-of-ones, it would be in something like that. Let me go and do some research, and I'll come back and I'll tell you if I think there's any value in that. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm back, and somebody has the orange version of this. So this is the spectromatic orange, but someone has the regular orange for this Wolverine, and oh, it's a slightly different Wolverine. Never mind. SM05. They're selling the SM05. No, they're selling this exact card. Well, oh, they have the magenta. I have the yellow. Okay, so they have the magenta. I have the yellow. Okay, I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, they have. Okay, gosh. 15 people have viewed their auction. There's one bid. It's $75. So that's about a $75 card, we could say. You know, it doesn't quite pay for the box, but maybe combined with those, it could. Although I don't know if I would sell something like that. That's a pretty special collectible, like a one-of-one printing plate. Pretty special thing to get. A sketch card would be even better, but we shall take what we can get here. It's kind of the team on that. What a pull! Yeah, I'm like even more stoked about this set. I just love it. I really. I will probably go and buy more tonight. Let me know if you're collecting this too and what you've been pulling, if you've been pulling anything bigger than I have. I mean, I'm over the moon. This is everything I was looking for in a set like this. I'm gonna build. Like I keep thinking I don't have room for more binders, but I'm actually gonna go buy a binder just for this. Maybe I'll get like a really special one to put it in, because this deserves a really nice binder, I think, to show it off. Galactus here. Oh, and that's Epoch. Wow, they got everybody, just everybody. There's no one missing. God, how many base cards are there? There must be hundreds. At least 100. Okay, this pack is pretty fat too. I don't know if like, I have no idea if that means anything, but it just feels a little bit thicker. Gambit? Ooh, that is Death. So that's Death herself. She's the big star of the whole show, and doesn't appear in the movies at all. Really kind of disappointed about that, but that is Death. Here we have something again, another big hit. This is a cosmic catastrophe, I guess. And it's Thing, cosmic catastrophe. So this is just a short print. It's not a parallel or anything like that, but it's a short print insert. Here, Thanos talking to Captain America. During Infinity War, they have to actually team up with Thanos. They have to be on his team and like work together. It's very challenging for them. They don't like Thanos because he, of course, killed half of them, but they have to work with him. Namor. All right, and here's our last pack of the night. This, again, just fantastic set. I knew it was going to be good just because I had done a little research ahead of time. But man, this is fantastic. And I'm not saying that just because I pulled a one-of-one printing plate, although it is pretty awesome to pull a one-of-one printing plate. But yeah, this set is just great. Like really, really a good set. For someone who was a fan of these comics, you just can't do better than that. There's a Black Widow. I wonder if Dawn probably already has it, but I can check. There's Omega. Looks like we got another amazing card. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what number it is, but look at that image. That's Chaos. So if you remember, we had Lord Order over there. This is Lord Chaos. That's what he looks like. And this is rainbow blue, so it's not numbered at all. That's too bad. Still love it. I love that Chaos card. Fantastic. Okay, so there's a rainbow blue of Chaos. And then, geez, okay, it's literally the last card we pulled. Remember, I was telling you that story about how he tortures Nebula and turns her into this like zombie at the edge of death. This is it. So this is the that is that character. When she's, you know, she also is herself in the series many times, but when she gets captured, that's what ends up happening to her. All right, well, there we go. A wonderful, wonderful set of cards. Cannot recommend this enough. This is great stuff. Like I said, I will be buying more of this. It's that good. But for now, I'll go ahead and yeah, we'll wrap it up here, and I'll say goodbye. Have a great rest of your week. Bye bye.